Hello everyone, Teacher Gaming here, welcome back to another video. Today I want to be covering Songs of Conquest, which is a PC game that's come out recently. It's an amazing and I'm gonna be covering here, so if you're ready, let's take a closer look. So what is Songs of Conquest? Well, it's a game that if you look at it and you are an old school all-time player as me, then you might get reminiscent of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which is a good thing because that's one of the best games ever made. Now, Songs of Conquest is definitely made by a fan for the fans of PC gaming. This game is amazing. I got a key to the beta when it was in early access and still being developed a little over 2 years ago. Thank you so much for that. And in that regard, check out in the description, there's a link to X, to their Twitter, to their X account, formerly known as Twitter, where they are giving out some keys these days. So show them some love. And also here on YouTube, I know other people are making different types of stuff, so check that out. Now, this game, what does it offer? Well, it offers multiplayer, which is good. Community maps, extras, map editor. Then there's campaigns, and there's Conquest. Now, we're gonna take a look at campaign first. So you have the 4 factions, which is in the game. You have this faction here, and we're gonna go through them in just a moment. As you can see, I played the first one, but this was 2 years ago. Then here we have the Rana, we have the Loth, and we have the Barony faction, which is what it is mostly all about. So, and the 4th faction is Orleans. So there's a different stuff here. Now, what is really great about this is there's basically 2 type of units within one faction. Like if we talk about Loth, for instance, Loth has humans and undead. So they have humans, which are kind of like leaning towards the undead, like necromancers, etc. But then they also have actual skeleton units. Over here we have, if we were to compare but being totally different, the Fortress faction, the swamp, everything really cool. Like there's a lot of cool stuff here, and yeah, you have a good amount of campaigns. Now let's go in here, Conquest, creating a game. You have handcrafted maps, which are maps that are available for you already. Play against or team up with the AI in classic adventure strategy maps. It's cool. Then there are challenge maps. This is actually really nice, the fact that they're making scenarios for you. And then random maps. We're gonna go into the Conquest. And then you can see the win conditions, which is really cool. King of the Hill, co-op, find the object. It's really cool. And then you can tag, like some are named balanced. And it's really cool that they are describing what it's all about. Now I'm gonna sort by players, and then we're gonna take this. Hate for 8. 8 players are spread across this vast land. Destroy all your enemies to claim victory. Forced factions, only 4. And then you can see they are here. So we're gonna go in. On Steam I'm King Teacher. I will change this to Teacher Gaming. And then you can see what factions you are. So we're gonna leave at AI. And then we're gonna be playing as Barony of Loth. So there's 2 of each. So this is cool. I can already see where I'm spawning. Now, we're gonna go through the AI difficulty. Fair is down here, which is the easy one, you could say. Here you have simple, fair, risky. I believe this is playing equal to you. And then you have worthy. Then you have challenging, overwhelming, and deadly. So for the campaign, you have 3 difficulties to choose from. You have fair, you have worthy, and you have overwhelming. I've tried worthy and overwhelming, and I will tell you there's a big difference in the gap. So overwhelming, you really have to be careful. You actually still need to do that on a worthy note, but you can get away with a few things. So I'm actually gonna try to put them all on challenging for this one. So it does have some bonuses. And the next thing we need to do is we need to have a look at what character we're gonna choose. And for characters, it's very important. They're gonna be called wielders. So some would call them commanders, some would call them heroes. Oh, by the way, worthy is like the normal to mid, you could say. Challenging is plus 25%, and then overwhelming is plus 50%. So right now I'm buffing the AI a little bit. You can see your heroes here. You can go with a random. We can just choose here. Then you can see offense, which is melee attack or offensive stats basically. Defense, movement, view radius, and then you get told what you are starting with. Then you have a skill, and then you have a specialization. I'm gonna go with Murkot. I was and always will be her sword. Offensive 15, defense 0, movement 12, view radius 7. Starting troops, scavenged bones, and 2 oathbound. Skills, melee, specialization, plus 20 melee on top of the 15. So this is a really melee guy that we're gonna be playing as. So I'm gonna show you here what it's actually looking like in-game. Here we go. Tip. Color of artifact frame indicates how powerful it is. Orange artifacts are the most powerful. There we go. Load time is actually pretty good. So here we are. We can see the order turn down here. I'll just show you, as you can see there. And then up here, just very briefly. This here is your magic that you are gaining of the different types. Arcana, Creation, Destruction, Chaos, and Order. Now if you press V, we're going to open up the spell book. The spells have different tiers. At the moment they're tier 1, and this is what I'm gaining at the moment. And then we have the mixed over here. So this is really, really cool, and why I would definitely say you should, if you like old school stuff, you should check out this game, because very reminiscent of Magic the Gathering, which I find is really cool, because in this game you can actually cast multiple spells per round, or in one round, if you have the required essence for it. So that is that. Then we're gonna press C. That is how you open up your character sheet. Then you have a command, which is how many troops you have up here, which is cool. And then you have your other skills that you get. And then when you level up, you get some powers down here. These are like the best ones you can get. Total troop modifiers, temporarily, and then you can see everything. So first off, here you can see buildings. Now this is really, really cool, because we're gonna go in. We're actually gonna double tap down here. This one here, these are all the small buildings. Now you can build on medium and large patches. You can build small buildings, but it's not optimal. So medium you have here, and this is where I think it's really, really cool. So remember, this guy is about undead. So we're gonna hover over toxicologist, and we can see it's a human. But we can also see the essences that it generates if we want to cast magic. So you can really consider your squad. And then you can see if you press tier 2, so this is the upgraded version, it becomes a Bane. But this is where it's really cool. You can already see the requirements for the buildings, but you can also see it requires a timber mill to actually build this or to upgrade it. Now that is really cool, so you can already plan what am I gonna be using later on. Now for this character, it's obviously gonna be an undead focus, so that will be the mausoleum with these two. They are gonna be creating Arcana and Destruction. What do they need? They need a crypt. And to upgrade it, they also need a stonework, so I know I'm gonna need that for my two small ones for sure. Then we have the large, and this is the only undead big unit. Like, this is the elite or the strongest unit. And you can see here Really love the artwork. And if you hover over, you can also see the stat maximum troop stacks, damage, health, offense, defense, movement. Movement 4 is actually pretty good. Many have 3 to 4. Like 3 is slow, 4 is okay in movement, and then you can see the initiative, which is who takes their turn first. Then you have these two buildings here where you can upgrade stuff, like you can get how much essence are you generating per turn, you can get maximum troop number stacks. Here you can get how much health or defense do they have. It's really cool. And this is the best part. You can see your tier here, and you can see the requirements for upgrading. So, and this is basically your town hall, your castle, whatever you want to call it. And you can see what it unlocks for you. So, I'm gonna need wood and stone. So I can see there's wood down here. I can see there's stone up here. Now, I move the map around with the left mouse button, and because I have played this map one time before, I know I can get wood up here, so I'm obviously gonna go for the stone. Then you have buildings here that can give you some extra stuff. Then you have an NPC building over here. You can get XP different locations. Everything that glimmers, you can press on basically. Here there's a command, I might be able to get some equipment off him. So, first things first, of course, I want to build my timber and my stone mill. But craft here, you can also see what it costs to upgrade it. Now I know I need a crypt, and this is a skeleton, so I definitely want to be able to build that. Because, unlike Heroes of Might and Magic and other games, I cannot recruit any more wielders, commanders, until I level up or I acquire more buildings, more towns, more cities. So this is really cool. So you cannot just recruit all of them in the beginning, spread out and take over the map. It's still a good strategy if you get your hands on an early building, but this is not something you can just go ahead and do. So we're gonna move up here. There we go. So I got some stone. And I know bubbling bog, as you can see, it glimmers. And I can see I can press on it, so I can go over there and get some riches. And I know I can get stone there. So that's really important. So let's see. I cannot draft anything at the moment. I could go ahead and build some rats because I have stone. But I'm actually gonna be going ahead and saying, I know I can upgrade next turn when I get some wood. So, first things first, I'm gonna be building stone. In this game it feels it's easier to get wood than it is to get stone. So, also here I can get buffs. Like by playing the game you learn what gives something out. Something might give you an offensive stat boost, but a defensive decrease. So that's what you have to check out. So if you press E, you end your turn. And then we have the Glimmerweave, Amber, and Celestial Ore. Like these are the exclusive hearts to get. So we're gonna go up here. We're gonna get this. Or an Amber, Ancient Amber. I'm gonna need this, so that's really good. Now, this is not totally efficient, but I'm just going to show you this. Here it says threat level. Futile. That means I have no chance of winning. You can see how many there are-ish. It will show you if there's above 100, it will just show you 100 plus. I've never seen it be over like 250, something like that. So, now I have what I need. We're going to go ahead and do this. I can now get a crypt. So now I'm generating 1000 gold. And that means I can also recruit someone. Now, who would I want to recruit? I would probably go with the Spectres because they're pretty strong. So that's something I would probably go with for the mausoleum over here. I need Ancient Amber, 5, and I need stone, and gold. And this is also really good. Like, you get the Spectra, and then you can press a button to upgrade it so it also generates the other one, which is really cool. So if it can spawn 2 units, then you get the first one, and then you need to upgrade the actual building. You can do it the same turn you get it. Of course, it does take 2 turns to build this one. But the minute or the turn the building spawns, you can actually go ahead and upgrade it so you get that unit available, which is really cool. So we are gonna go ahead and build well, am I? I want to take out these because here there's a gold mine. There we go. +2 movement, offensive and defensive, which is a really nice boost. Worthy, so many wolves, so okay. If I can get these 2 out, there's gold mines. A gold mine is 500 gold, which would boost my income significantly. So if I build this, I'm not sure I can get it, so we're not gonna be building and generate the units just yet. Now this is really interesting. Last time I played this map, I actually went south first and I got a unit earlier, but up here I want the Ancient Amber. It's always gonna spawn wood and Ancient Amber, and it resets after, I believe, 6 turns or something like that. So here we go. Oh, I actually need to upgrade it even more. So as you can see, I already made a mistake because I don't have what I need. So now when you move around, if you press the mouse button, the right mouse button, one time, it walks over there. If you press the second time, it will move faster, and if you double tap, then it teleports over there. I believe if you press the left mouse button, you can actually cancel it mid-time, so don't just spam it, because then you move everything. So here we are. Now we have the stone. Well, since we cannot do anything else, we're gonna build a crypt. And we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna take the, and then we're gonna take the gold. Now I want to show you how it is to actually get into combat. Just to show you real quickly, I want to show you that. So we're gonna go ahead and fight some wolves very soon. And what I really like is, I believe it's every 10th turn, maybe the monsters on the map, that is when they power up a little bit, but it's not a lot. And again, the higher difficulty cap you play at, even if you go to a risky or fair or worthy challenge, like worthy is even fair, is slightly in your favor, but the later on it goes in the game, the enemy have some pretty good spells. Like, I'm just gonna show you here. Pacify. Target enemy troop get minus 25% damage. That's a lot. So here we go. And then we can go down here. So now we can upgrade. Then you draft troops. Get 5 of those. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this here. And then I'm gonna go over and take the crumbling tower. And see if we can actually fight. So because we have the temporal modifier, so I want to try and do it just to show you how it is. Here we go. We're going to build a timber mill because now we have stone, so we're also going to get some more wood. This one down here, we want to build the mausoleum, but I need more ancient amber of that. And this is the building, so this is a really priority if you play this map. And as you can see, this is our XP. We have no more movement as well. Press E and turn. Now, this game, I want to be honest, When I first saw the game 2 years ago, I was really skeptical. Not really skeptical, but slightly skeptical about the artwork, because this wasn't normally my sort of thing, but I gave it a go, and it really looks great. Like, look at the map details. Like, this might not be modern 2024, but it looks so good. And look, you can see the reflection of the trees in the water. So this is someone who really loves the game and wants to create everything. Like, this is obviously a man who has made this game along with his team for fans, and it's amazing. Ooh, mace, this is not bad. Plus 7 offense. I'm gonna take that over gold at the moment. Okay. What do we want here? Melee, combat training, or command. At the moment, I don't need more space for units. I can get that when I level up. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do combat training. I wouldn't mind having that skill. So, well, that was basically everything. So now this is important. I drafted before. That means I have another 2. So what are we gonna do now? We are a little bit behind, so if we made a croft here, but I could also make another crypt to get more Oathbound. You know what? We're gonna try and do this. We are gonna try and make more. And then we're gonna take the units and we're gonna go and fight. No matter what it tells me. Because this amber building is really important. Obviously the gold mines are important as well. Now, ideally for be able to be recruiting the first wheeler, you need to get to tier 3 on your main building. So that's that. There we go. So I got another 5. So this should hopefully work, we'll see. But first we're gonna do this. The reason why we're gonna be doing this is because this creates another order and destruction. As long as this one stack is alive, it generates another essence of both. So you can have up to a total of 9 commander slots. It's fair. Okay, that's good. So let's go in here and see what we can fight. If I could force them down here, we're gonna try and see if we can do that. Manual battle. So let's see what this is all about. So this is the map. Very reminiscent of Heroes and Might of Magic 3. So if you hover over, you can see how far it can move. Now, my initiative is better, so that's really, really good. Now, we're gonna move here. And as you can see, I still have movement points left, so even though I didn't move the entire pace, it doesn't automatically end my turn, which is really nice. Up here you can see my destruction. Then we're gonna move over here. So now I unlocked a spell, or it popped up because now I have the essence for it. And what I have is aggression. Melee offense plus 10, which is really good. So now he gets the turn. Okay, so he blocks. We're gonna go down here. And there you can see how much health there's left. We got a kill. I'm actually gonna buff up the defense here, just because if he goes down, I don't want to lose one of these. And then we're gonna do this, just buff it up. If you left click on it, you can see what it's affected by. They hit first. I actually forgot that. And then this animation at the end, you can actually turn that off if you don't want to see the final kill on the final unit. Just, you can go to settings, do that. So here, I get some XP, lost troops, I level up. Now, what do I want? I don't need more command just yet. Though, on the other hand, if I am gonna level up my building, and I want to unlock more, I could go with this for command. Here we can see what skill went up. That was my offense. This guy's really about offensive. I could go more XP. This is really a tough choice here because I like doing combat. But on the other hand, splitting the stacks, and I get 4. Yeah, we're gonna go with command. So we're gonna do like this. So now I'm gonna get more order and destruction essence. Yeah, I don't think I need to do anything else. So yeah, I'm actually gonna end it here. I'm gonna drop back in with this campaign in a few turns. I might do a full live of this, but this was just a quick coverage of Songs of Conquest. It is really an amazing game. Check it out. It's also on reduced sales a few places, I know, so give it a go. Again, if you like this sort of turn-based game, it's amazing and it's really, really cool. You won't regret it. Follow them on X. You might be lucky to get a key. And I hope to see you back here for more Songs of Conquest videos.